Wave 3 of the Booster Course Pass has finally been fully revealed, so it's time I gave my thoughts on each of the 8 tracks in order. London Loop looks surprisingly good. I'm glad that this version of the track emphasizes the foggy atmosphere more than the one in Tour. The new remix also sounds very nice. Hopefully they also take a few liberties with the layout like they did with Sydney, but time will tell. Boo Lake honestly looks kinda weird to me, especially the texture of the water when looking at it from above, but it does look a bit better when you're actually in the water section itself. I think the anti-gravity implementation here is okay. Like, I wouldn't say it's a terrible place for it, but I also don't think it was a perfect place to implement it either. It just kind of exists. Other than that, yeah, it's a cool track. I'm glad we're getting it. Rock Mountain is... well, let's talk about Rock Mountain. This is far and away the least graphically appealing track of the wave, and it really pains me to say that because I adored this track in 7. Normally, I'm not a stickler for Booster Course Pass graphics, but with this track in particular, it is very important that it looks good. The original has that big gliding section where you slowly descend into the forest and just take in the really cool scenery, and now that that one major moment isn't nearly as good looking, it really does a lot to hurt the track as a whole in my opinion. Oh, and they added anti-gravity to the uphill climb. That's interesting, I guess. Alright, enough whining, it's Maple Treeway time. This one definitely came as a shock to anyone who might have been expecting Waluigi Stadium because of the music loop. And wow, does this track look fantastic. It's even bringing back the half pipe from its appearances in Wii and Tour, and it's possible that section might have also been turned into anti-gravity, although it's hard to say for sure. Very happy with how this one turned out. Berlin Byways looks really good and sounds really good, but there's one thing on this track that I wouldn't really say I have an issue with, but I just find really funny. And it's that running into a womp doesn't hurt you or act as a little bump you can trick off of. No, it just sends you flying. It's funny because the womp implementation was actually a fairly large debate in this one Discord server I'm in, and then Nintendo just comes out and is like, nope, you're all wrong, it's catapult time. But memeing aside, yes, I think this one will be one of the best Tour City tracks in the DLC so far. Peach Gardens we already kinda knew a lot about from the teaser trailer in the Nintendo Direct, so there aren't a lot of surprises here. It looks great. The same goes for Merry Mountain 2 really. We pretty much went into this trailer already knowing everything about it, so all I can say is that it looks very nice, especially by Booster Course Pass standards. It might have even been the best looking track in Wave 3 or even the DLC as a whole had it not been for... Wow. They really went all out for 3DS Rainbow Road. The road texture and background make this track practically unrecognizable from its Tour counterpart, which is definitely a first for the Booster Course Pass. This has always been my favorite Rainbow Road, so I can't tell you how happy I am that this is the track that they put the most work into. I'm also really glad that the moon section has anti-gravity because that's an absolutely perfect place for it. The remix is probably also my favorite one of Wave 3, at least based on what we've heard so far. All in all, this remake seems to have taken everything I love about the original track and put a distinct graphical spin on it, and honestly, there's not much more I can ask for than that. So I'd say that all things considered, yes, this is the best wave of the Booster Course Pass so far. For all the bad things I said about the Rock Mountain remake, it doesn't even come close to being Toad Circuit levels of bad. This wave just seems to have higher highs and not as many lows as the others. Feel free to let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video, so if you enjoyed it then please consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss out on more Mario Kart content in the future. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.